Evening. My name is Anita, and I have been invited back. This evening, I shall be doing some animal communication readings and also some psychic readings if you feel the need for a psychic reading. Now, if you would like me to come to you with an animal communication reading, I actually work with the animals that are in spirit, but also animals that are still in the physical body. And I like to work with photographs. So if you do have available to yourselves a photograph of your animal, please can you pop it in the feed there, which has been kindly put up for you. And along with a photograph, can you also include your animal's name and whether your animal is in spirit or still in the physical body? And if you would like me to come to you with an animal that you don't have a photograph of, please don't feel you need to miss out because that's not the case. All I would need in that case is your animal's name. Species would help me, dog, cat, or rabbit, whatever your animal you would like me to communicate with, connect with, and literally the name, and that's it. And we can go from there. And whether the animal's in spirit again or in the physical body. And for anyone who would like a psychic reading, again, please make yourself known to me, and I will aim to come to as many people this evening as I possibly can. So looking forward to getting working this evening. And also I'm very open to any questions you may have regarding your own animals. I'm a big animal lover myself and actually share my home with 8 dogs, which can be a bit hard work sometimes. But with that, I have a lot of, I've also worked as a dog trainer for a number of years. So I have a lot of hands-on knowledge of animals, of how they think and feel. And so you may incline to maybe ask a question, even does an animal have a soul? Does an animal reincarnate? So there's questions that you may have there. I'm not saying I know all the answers, but I will give you my philosophy and how I feel regarding animals that's in the physical body and also animals that have crossed over to the spirit world. So I look forward to working with you all this evening as you start to come on through. Now, it's also nice to know where you're from. I am based in near London, Essex area, and I am aware that sort of some people come on here, they're from overseas. So whether or not you're overseas or you're down the road from myself, just sort of put a little comment in the chat there and let me know where you are and where you're from, because I think the wonderful thing, in a way, about lockdown is the way the world's been opened up through technology. And myself, I've sort of really now capable of reaching out and working with many people from all parts of the world, which has been really lovely. And so again, here, let me know where you're coming from, and it'd be nice to connect with you. So I'm looking forward to my first photograph. Oh, hi, hello, Bridie. Good evening to you. Very welcome to see you here this evening. Ah, little Pamela. So this is lovely little puppy there. I can see the picture of. Good evening to you, Pamela. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hello, Linda. Nice to have you with us. Hi, Linda. And Josephine. Hi, Joseph. Oh, your first time on, Josephine. Lovely to connect with you and meet you this evening. And hi, Joy. Lovely to meet you as well. Good evening to you. And Jane. Hi, Jane. How are you? Where are you? Are you in the UK? So not too far from myself. Same time zone, which is quite nice. Hello, Anne. Nice to meet you as well, Anne. Are you in the UK or are you from overseas? So if you are from overseas or a little further afield, nice to let me know. And hi, Rose. Good evening to you. A nice evening. And Claire. Hello, Claire. Nice to sort of see and connect with you and to meet you. And Terry. Hi, Terry. Nice to meet you. And Millie. Hello, Millie. Hi. How are you? Hope you're keeping well this evening. So any photos you may have. Oh, South Africa. How amazing. I hope I say your name correctly. Zanel Z. What a beautiful name. So beautiful name. And I've been in South Africa, such a beautiful country. So welcome here. And Gemma, your first time as well, Gemma. So nice to connect with you, Gemma, and to meet with you. It's my second time here. And Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Lovely to connect and meet with you. And Mary. Hi, Mary. How are you? If you've got any animals here you'd like to read for tonight or for yourselves. And Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Lovely to meet you, Kelly. I like the image there, the little heart, the bird there. So animal lover. And oh, New York. Wow. Hi, Jade. Nice to meet you. So you're 5 hours behind us. So I won't try and work out, but I know you're 5 hours behind. And hi, Dee. Nice to meet you, Di. You're from Coventry, a beautiful part of the country as well. I love Coventry. When I do come up there at times, when I do travel with my dogs at times, it's a beautiful part of the world, I have to say. The Midlands. I do very much like the Midlands. All right. So And hi, Debbie from Somerset, another beautiful part of the world as well. So I hope you're not suffering too much with all the awful weather we've had at the moment as well. Alabama, how amazing, Johnny. It's lovely to meet you, Johnny. I'm not sure the time difference between Alabama and the UK, but it's nice to meet you. And Sheena from Scotland. Oh, Loch Lomond. Now that's interesting because my stepfather, who is now in spirit, he actually came from Loch Lomond. So nice to meet you. And Leela, that's a beautiful name, South Wales. It's lovely names coming this evening. I do love a name for some reason. I like names. They have such an essence and an energy of our own names, and quite often we don't like our own name for some reason. But South Wales, another beautiful part of the world. I came there, was it before lockdown? And Terry, oh, you're snow expected. Oh dear, I hate snow. You're Manchester. I used to like snow when I was small, but I can't bear it now. And my dogs do not want to do a pee when it's snowing, I must admit. So nice to meet you, Terry. Again, Manchester. I don't think I've been up quite as far as I've been to Scotland, but not been up to Manchester. So I've put on my bucket list to get to Manchester because again, I've got a couple of friends who live in Manchester. So it'd be nice to connect and meet with them and come up your way more. So snow tonight. Well, I hope it's not too much of it for you, Terry. Anyway, and this snow. So Butch, right? Millie B and Butch. So I just make a note while I'm going to start to connect with Butch. I'm just waiting for a photograph. Now, with animal communication, so Millie, when I come to you, Millie, animal communication is about a three-way connection communication. So if there's a specific question you may want to ask, just put it in the chat there, and I'm happy to answer that question for you. Think of me as the third-party person in between, the medium in between, between yourself and your animal. This is how animal communication works. So I can sort of be the voice of for you, and also the voice for your animal. As Butch Cup. Butch is still here. Okay, little Butch. So I just feel little Butch here. Right now, oh bless him. Oh, what a beautiful animal. Right, Butch. Let me just have a little feeling to Butch here. Now I have to say as a little Butch here. Now what I will say before I start to work with anyone here, if any animal is in need of unwell, I would suggest obviously the most important thing is they see the vet. So as I look at little Butch here, I know he feels very much here. Millie, he's very much your dog. He loves you. He loves being with you. I feel as I look at little Butch here, he struggles to be as he's showing me his as I go to lie down now. I know he's got a bit of discomfort in his bones here, so he's got a bit of arthritis creeping in his bones here. He's just showing me here that he struggles to lay down at times. Okay, and he's become a little bit slower in his movement. I feel more drawn towards the front end of Butch as I look at him, so I know the sort of bit more aches and pains come around the front part of Butch as I work with him. Now, what is making me feel he's here? There's a lot of love that comes through from Butch. He loves you very much, and he's showing me here that I know he's still here, but when you're at home with him, all he does is watch you. He wants to know where you are. Where's my mum? Where is she? And he's just showing me himself laying there and just looking at you, and seeing where you are. Okay. And what is making me feel is here. He's become a bit more susceptible to the cold weather. So just be mindful here. He's still enjoying his walks. He's still enjoying going out. But I know he's saying me here, there's somewhere where he lays at home where it feels to be a bit drafty sometimes. And the draft does affect him a little bit, makes him feel a bit uncomfortable, okay? And also with he hasn't been colitis, right? Okay, yeah, and just to know, as I say, he follows you everywhere. I could, even when he's not following you, his eyes are following you because he's just showing me, say, lay on the floor, then his little eyes are following you where he's walking around. Just be mindful. I want to say to you, if he's laying on the floor and you mentioned his tummy, I know the draft and the cold affects his tummy, so be mindful of that. I want to say to you, okay? He feels to be, and I'm looking at his food, his diet here, and I'd say to you, he feels quite he's better off now as he's becoming older if you stick with a fairly simple diet. And he's making me aware he's not particularly very good now with fatty foods. So if he's having human treats or food that's a little bit higher fat content, they do trigger his stomach a little bit, okay? But with that, he loves to sleep on your bed. He just told me, and he loves his cuddles. But just be mindful, he doesn't like to feel the cold. It does upset his stomach more so. So if he's laying on the floor in the drafty area, just be mindful where he lays, okay? And he's still happy and content with his life as he is at the moment, and just comes through a lot of love for you, I want to say to you, okay? And he likes, I don't know if you sing to him, but he's shown me music. So sort of some sort of music around him that he quite likes, makes him feel, it uplifts him. So if you've got music on or the music you play, I know it it uplifts him, okay? And he just he's very happy, and it feels like he's been with you a long time, and he's still saying to me here, he's still got not enough time here to still be with you, okay? But just be mindful again, cold weather is getting into his bones a little bit, and a little bit round here, a little bit tense tight for him. And I hope, Millie, that helps you, and lots of love with your lovely dog here. He's a very handsome boy. Right, so next one that's comes up. Okay. Yeah, I've got so I share my home with 8 dogs, and I've sort of got different sizes that I share my my home with the different dogs. I've got two rather large dogs, and they're very well behaved, those two. But so my smaller dogs, they absolutely hate the rain and they hate the snow. So that's one of the reasons why I don't like snow, because I have to say they are. I try and get them out for a pee, and all they keep trying to do is get back indoors. So I think I'll spend more time outside with them trying to get them out in the garden. They must think I'm a little bit crazy. My neighbours definitely think I'm a little bit crazy, but I feel very blessed to be able to sort of spend so much time with my animals. And I think we often don't appreciate just how animals, bless you, how much animals give to our animals. They give us so much and ask for so little. And I think really sometimes also I think it's really important about animal communication is this is something that we all have the ability to do. Okay, it's not something you need to have do years and years of training for. It's just love the animal, compassionate with the animal. And here I have Leela from South Wales with your beautiful little dog here, the picture with a little flower in her hair. But just if you're interested into animal communication, just spend time sitting with your animal and literally connecting with your animal. Now, is Leela in spirit or she's still alive, still here with us? I'm feeling she's still here with us. Am I correct with that? It's just a little. I'll just connect with her anyway as I start to work with you, Leela. Now she makes me as I work with her here, I can feel she has quite a distinctive bark. Okay, because what she's making me aware of, I know she's quite vocal in a nice way. So not vocal to upset people, but she's very clever at getting your attention. I want to say to you, okay, and I'm feeling with her that as you look in her eyes and you look back at her eyes, she has this knowing. She understands you. She really is a very in spirit and Columbo. Okay, so, and but I just know here I'm hearing this their barking, their voice, and it's a very like just let you know they're there. I want to say, okay, and they're communicating with you as they start to bark with you, okay. And just like I also know here with Columbo, they like to dance because it's showing me doing little tricks, okay. So I want to chase my tail, doing little circles, doing little loops. I want to say to you as they're there, getting attention and having fun. I want to say to you, okay. Now I know here with Columbo, they make me feel here they are poorly before they pass the spirit world, okay? And I know again what they're showing me is here. I know Columbo loves to be cuddled, okay? So Columbo loves to be held. They're showing me here, and this feels more towards the end of their life. They're being held and being cuddled and just being caressed. And this feels very important. I want to say to you with Columbo that I am caressed. Columbo also takes me to his ears here for some reason. And I feel here is just making me mindful at some point there would have been an issue with one of his ears here. And even though he likes to be groomed, he doesn't like his ear to be touched too much, is what it's making him aware, okay? Now, also, as I come here with Columbo, he makes me feel here it was I could just feel it. He just feels, and even in the spirit world, I want to say, true, Leela, he's full of energy and full of essence and full of presence. I want to say, true, okay, as he's up there, it's just like he's a dog you can't not notice that he's there because he's very much here. Even as a small dog, he has a big presence, is what he's saying to me up there. I also know with Columbo that he's an animal that likes other animals. Okay, because he's shown me here he's not a dog that's afraid or frightened of other dogs. Okay, so he's just showing me here I like other animals because I want to go to the spirit world here. There feels to be other animals I'm with in the spirit world. I know there's other dog in the spirit world that I'm up there with. He's showing me. Okay, now he shows me here what he's showing me before he passes. He's laying on like a little bed here where he's showing me, and he's showing me with you here. I know you've held him, you've talked to him, and you've cried tears into him, is what he's saying to me, okay? And it feels here that you had your chance to say goodbyes as well, okay? Which feels important that he's had his chance to say goodbye. Now, what he's making me aware, I want to say to you is, he feels it was it was the right time for him to cross the spirit world, okay? So it feels, I do feel he said to me, there was some question about whether the time was right. The time was not right for me to cross over, but I just know here he feels to me, and he's also making me aware. Even though he likes to be groomed and pampered, he's not an animal who likes to feel. No one likes to be unwell, but he's showing me here he doesn't cope very well with being poorly, and it's like I don't want to be going to the vet, back home, to the vet, back home. So it feels here when this was made for his time to come, feels it was appropriate, the time was right for him. I want to say, Joker, he crossed over. He's also showing me here. I know you still have some of his collar and lead here, because he's showing me some of his items that you still would have of his, is what he's showing to me, okay? And it just shows me he's making me aware of a collar that he would have had. So whether he had a little special collar, but I know he's taking me to his collar, is what he's making me aware of, okay? And I know here again with him, he was very much here. When he was here in the physical body, he was at his happiest just being with just being with people. He doesn't suffer from some separation anxiety, but he's happy when everyone is around me and with everybody, is what he's saying to me, okay? He also very much enjoys his life outside. So he's not a dog who's worried about doing a pee in the cold weather. He said to me, I enjoy being outside. I like being outside. And it's almost like he's showing me as he goes outside, he almost grows in stature as he stands there and holds his little head up, and he loves to smell what's in the air. So I know he just loves to sort of be free. He also had a bear. Oh, that's lovely. Maybe one of his jumpers. Well, I know just show me here's something, okay? And I just, again, with him here, there feels to be like a little pillow you must have here, a little pillow or something that he laid on or was his. Because he showed me a little pillow that is significant around him and around you, okay? And just know, as he showed also with him, when he was here, he's very confident little dog and a big character, but he doesn't go far away. He's not a dog that wants to run off and don't come back. He stays close. But he's showing me now in the spirit world here. I'm up there, and I'm up there. I'm free. I'm able to run free, and he loves to scent. And when I say he loves to scent, he loves to use his nose. And it's almost like I'm not sniffing the floor so much. I'm sniffing the air. What's in the air? And he's just shown me one little thing here that there must have been a treat that he would have had. He quite likes some sort of sausage that he's just shown me that he likes. No, he feels so much loved when he was. He loved the summertime. Yeah, just showing me like sniffing the air. And there's also feels a memory that he's showing me here. I was a fox that was lurking around your garden or around where you live. He's just showing me an image of a fox here. And he doesn't like the foxes. But he's not going to kill it, he's telling me, but he doesn't like the foxes on his backyard, in his territory. And he's just saying to me here, I am, when I say I'm free, I am pain free. I am happy. And I just love the life that I shared with you, okay? And there's also mentioned there must be a birthday happening around about now down here. He's mentioned a birthday to me down here in March time, is what he's saying to me, okay? And he's saying to me, Mum, you've done everything for me that you could. And I'm happy and feel blessed to share my life with you. I hope, Leela, that helps you. Thank you. All right, so I was just saying about animal communication, why the next animal that comes up. Really, this is something with all of us. You know, animals work with telepathy, and how this starts like mind-to-mind connection. And we don't need to be doing, say, years of training to be able to understand and feel what animal is sensing, what it's feeling. Our animals are probably far more telepathic than you actually give credit for or realize, because if you think of telepathy, instinctual telepathy is something we all have, regardless of species, because that instinctual telepathy actually is a survival instinct. And that survival instinct is what helps you to obviously to survive, find food, find mate, find shelter. So this is something we all have this ability within us. And often with animal communication, it's just trusting, what your animal, how you look at your animal, how are they feeling, what are they trying to say to you? Are there words they want to sit and talk with you? And my best advice I can give you to do this is for you just find some time, just some quiet time. Quality time is obviously ideal. So if you've got sort of busy households and you're worried about shopping and cooking and ironing and picking you up from school, that's not a good time to sit down and connect with your pet. But when I first started, I actually found it very useful when I was actually taking my own animals for a walk. And often then, like, I'd go for a walk and it'd be fairly quiet in the forest or the park where I'd go. And that's when I would start to, hi, Alison, where I'd start to connect with animals, my own animals at that point, and also with the wild animals. All right, hi, Alison. So I have a little picture of your beautiful little dog here. Angus. Okay, Angus. Beautiful. Let's look at little Angus. Now, as I look at I I'm not laughing. I have such passion for animals. I just can't share the passion I have with animals. There's like literally as I came as a small child, it's been my passion to be with animals and connect with animals. And I'm looking at little Angus here. I'm looking at him with the remote. It looks like the remote control in his paws there. So obviously you'll come from a household like my household where the animals rule the roost basically. But I'm looking at him here, and he looks such an adorable boy. I want to say to Alison, as I work with Angus here. Now he also makes me feel he's had I feel he's had a good life, a long life, is what he's saying to me. I know with him, he's saying to me he was very poorly before he passed into the spirit world. I want to say to you, okay, and it feels here with him there was a lot done to try and help him, support him. I want to say to him to find what was actually taking place with him. Now he's also making me feel. I know he's a small dog, but he feels to me he had quite a high pain threshold within it. No one likes to be hurt, but I feel here he's got quite it's quite stoic is the word I use around him. Okay, as he comes through to me, he was the boss, or one of the boss in my house. But he's making me feel he feels quite stoic. I'm going to say as he comes through to me, and also I feel he's very. I mean, very loyal. Dogs are loyal, but these are a very loyal dog. I want to say to you here, and it's almost like it's showing me here as well with him. Like he is the boss, but if you're sitting down the sofa and someone comes to sit next to you, he has to sit in the middle, in between. He knows his spot, and he's also showing me here. I know just there's a particular program. I'm not sure which one it is that I know that he sits and watches with you. Okay, because he's showing me the theme tune as it comes on, so he very much enjoys that. Okay, it's also making me feel that I know he likes his to feel clean, okay, and to be nicely groomed, but it feels like as he's getting old and becoming poorly, for him, he didn't feel to be so comfortable in his own skin. Is what making me feel. So I know he felt uncomfortable to be groomed as he's becoming unwell. I want to say to you, okay. Now also I know with him, he's showing me here, there is a decision made for him to cross over. Okay, it's gone quickly, but it feels like here, what he's making me aware of here, there feels to be as I've crossed over quickly, there feels to be some sort of obviously panic and commotion that passes as he passes over. Okay, the first thing he's saying to me here, and then you've put it there, it happens very quickly. But I know here again, I can hear people, there's voices around him, so I know he's not on his own. Okay, I just feel as I can hear people talking to me, I can hear voices around me. I am not on my own. Okay, is what he's saying to me. I also know here with Angus, we've had him cremated because he feels to be back home. Okay, so he's saying to me, I am back home. And I know here with him, he likes going out for his walks, but it's important for him to be back home. I love my home, and this is where I want to be, is what he's saying to me. Okay, and he's also making me aware, Angus here. If there's talk of another dog, we've got another dog, but it's almost like he's mentioned another dog to me down here now. So I feel there's some importance around talking about another dog that you have down here, or you're thinking about getting down here, is what he's saying to me. Okay, now I feel here again with him, and he's making me aware here, Alice. I don't know if you're struggling to sleep for some reason, but he's taking me aware to you with your sleeping. Okay, because again here with him, he feels very watchful and very mindful of you. I want to say, Alison, okay, and I feel here what he's saying to me is, I am aware that you talk to him rather a lot, okay? So not necessarily out loud here, but you speak to him again, mind to mind communication. And oh yeah, oh bless it. He showed me, okay, and it's very important to him, Alison, to be back home. Is what he's saying to me, okay. And what I also feel is where he feels he's showing me is in the house or your home, and that feels more important that I'm inside the home as opposed to being put somewhere else. I want to say to you, okay, because just and he likes Alison where you have him, okay, because wherever you have him, he's still very much part of the home, okay. So I know he's there. He's not hidden away. Right? That's what he's showing to me, okay. And he just feels here very, he's very, he worries about you, Alison. So I know there's this very strong bond that you have with Angus, okay, because he does worry about you. And it feels here, what he's saying to me is, you are not to blame in any way, okay? This, I don't know if you sometimes we always question ourselves as the human when we have our animals and we lose them very quickly. If we question things, if we could have done this, if this had been different. And he's saying to me, you could have done nothing different, okay? Just know here again, and he feels to me he's come to you as a puppy because he's showing me yourself as a puppy, and it's almost like he's a bundle of fluff, and he is a bundle of fluff here, and he feels like I want to say to you, Alison, he's had that puppy energy with him for a long time, is what he's saying to me. Okay, he also loves the autumn time of year. If you show me here, where he's going for walks here, I know there's like the dried leaves on the floor, and it's that the crunchy leaves on the floor. And we're walking here. I enjoy that he's saying to me, okay. And also what he's sharing with me, you must have took him to the shops at times, walked him to the shops. So I was next to your mum's ashes. Oh, bless him, right? Because he's showing. You're not, what he's told me very strongly, you're not to blame yourself for nothing or feel guilty about nothing. And I mean, and I've been there myself when we live so closely and love them so much. He never, now I can see he's showing me, he's showing himself as a puppy, and then he's showing himself as this bundle of fun, I want to say to you, okay. And just always, and he's always ready for a game. He's ready for a game, is what he's saying to me, okay. And he's saying to me is he wants you to remember him exactly as he was, okay? Exactly that bundle of fun, that bundle of fluff as he was. There's also something here, Alison, that is sharing with me. And the initial an animal lover, you probably won't understand this, but I know you love to sniff his coat. Because I do this, my dog's paws. But he's showing you smelling his coat and smelling him. And I know what he's saying to me is, obviously he's groomed here, but he prefers the natural smell and not the perfume, is what he's saying to me. Alison, your Angus is a bundle of fluff and a bundle of fun in the spirit world, I want to say to you, okay. And it just feels here, please, he's saying to me, don't ever blame yourself. You was not to know, he's saying to me. And he actually feels thankful and feel glad, I want to say to you, that he could keep his vigor up until he passed, because again, this is an animal here that what he's making me aware of, he's not too keen on the vet anyway. So it's like, I'm not saying he wouldn't let him help them, but I know he's not too keen on going. And just saying to me, he had the best life possible, all right, the best life possible, and he's very happy now where he is at home with you, okay. He's showing the leaves in the autumn, okay. And the leaves in the autumn, and also what is making me aware of here, there feels um, um, photograph, that's it. The photograph that since it's been passed over, that you have of him out on display, and it's in a nice frame that stands up, like it's showing me on display, okay. And it feels, I know here, now what he's just making me aware here, where he likes to sit, and I don't know if it's that spot you're showing in the photograph there, at times it still feels warm, as if he's still sitting there. So he's showing me himself, not so much sitting upright like he's in the photograph, but curled up in a ball. And it's almost like I want to say to you here, um, he's making me aware of that, okay? So sometimes, and he's also showing me here, you've put your hand out sometimes, and you've almost like felt as if he's been there, all right? He's still not very far from you, okay? And also with that, he's showing me here, I know you've mentioned there that mum's is next to mum's ashes, but mum is doing a good job up there. Mum is doing a good job, he's telling me up there, of also looking after him up there, I want to say to you, okay? Because it seems to me the pair of them, a good company for each other, all right, good fun for each other. And the photograph you put out of him, he's just showing me, it's like a nice little frame, he's told me here, and he's very much here. It's one of those photographs, it catches him as he was. Lots of love to you, Alison, from Angus. He knows he's doing fine in the spirit world up there now, okay? And he's still keep talking to him because he's listening to you, okay? He loves you very much, and please, mum, do not blame yourself, is what he's telling me, okay? Lots of love. And a quick sip of water because I've recovering from a cough. Thankfully, not I think with us as animal lovers, it's the hardest thing when we do share a life with animals and they do pass. My thank you, Alison, bless you. When they do pass suddenly, because I think because we share our life so intimately with our animals, often we blame ourselves for not maybe picking up on things, but it's not that way. The animal sometimes it's better for the animal. They just hide it for so long, for so well. They're very stoic. Some animals, they don't want us to know they're suffering because they're so in tune with us. They don't want us to worry because it's often we do. They know we worry about our animals, and thankfully, I feel we're very blessed here in the community that we're here this evening, because not all animals are treated with such respect as the animals that are sharing your lives here. And it's just, I just, my hope is that over time, human nature becomes more in tune with the needs and well-being of animals. And I do think slowly the progress is taking place, because I remember something with government thing years ago, not any particular party. They said that animals do not have thoughts or feelings. I mean, it has changed now. Thankfully, it has changed. I remember that, and you just think to yourself, you know, and they say animals live in the now. Now, animals do live in the now to a degree, but animals also have memory. If you've got one of my cats is in the spirit world now. She used to follow me down the road to so far to the shops, and she'd sit and wait for me there to come back from the shops. Now, if an animal does not have a memory, they wouldn't know where to go and what to do. So animals do have a memory, and they are sentient beings just like you and I. Now we have Martine, and we have hi Martine, nice to connect with you. It's your dear treasured 4-year-old Troy and sudden passing. Okay, all right. Okay, just connect with little Troy for you here. Little Troy. And I have to say, as I connect with Troy here, what I want to say to you is, and it's a few years ago now, but this still feels to be like a very raw passing. I want to say to you for you, Martine, as well, and with Troy here, I just say it's a very sudden passing, and let me just feel a bit more with him as well, because I feel again there's only four, like I'm in the prime of my life here. Now I know again here, the picture you've got there, Troy very much, it feels like I, I, I know he likes to be outside, okay, because you show me, and there's a dog here that enjoys all the weathers. So as I start to feel his energies and the essence of Troy here, I know he's quite happy to be. Now, I'm not sure if you worked, when I say worked, Troy, he enjoys a purpose. So it seems to be a dog here that he likes a purpose to do to. So if you would have worked him or done something with him, but he enjoys to chase, to run, to be a dog basically. But I know it's very important to him to be doing, because he also feels with Troy here a very intelligent dog as well. Okay, a dog that is capable of thinking for himself in a nice way. I want to say, Troy. Okay, and it's almost like what he's showing me his here. Like you talk to him, and his little face is listening to what you're saying. So he's trying to pick up words, okay, as you're trying to talk to him, okay. So just you'll see, his little face is going. I'm trying to pick up these words, okay, what you're talking to me. And I just know here, saying to me, he can understand quite a lot was being said to him word wise, and he enjoys. I want to say enjoys. Challenges. He likes to do mental stimulation. He enjoys to do things, to join challenges, to be part of. Now you mentioned here that the seizures. I want to say to you, okay, and I don't know if there is something around. I don't know if we've given some medication. I just feel there's some medication that comes in, but it's making me aware of. Okay, now I just feel here this with regards to the seizures. Now, what is making me feel is, I know some people go, they have postmortems on their dogs. I don't feel this is the case of Troy. Okay, just making me feel here, because what I feel is here. You've mentioned here the seizures. I go to his head here, but I feel there's something more going on than epilepsy. Okay, so it's not just some dogs have the seizures because they're epileptic, and this can be managed, but it feels there's something more that is taking place with him. Okay, he had weak genes. Yeah, this is not it just was there's something more that's going on with him than so some an animal that suffers from the epilepsy. Okay, he's a very smart boy, and it just showed me here like anything mental like I can challenge. And I don't mean challenges in like to be awkward, but challenge to think about something, to do something. I want to say to you. Now I don't know if he had the opportunity here to swim, but he showed me here. I really would like water. Okay, because you showed me here to take me to water. Now also what he's showing me here. Oh, it's okay. Because just show me here medication. Okay, so what he's shown me was I know there was something that was injected into him. Okay, to help him, and it just feels here. What is making me feel for you, Martine, even though he's only a young boy, right? A very young boy. He and genetically, he's a much older animal, I want to say to you, okay? Even his bones don't feel right, he's saying to me. No, he's saying, he's showing me here that I know he's showing me himself laying on the floor, and I feel here, this is before he passes over, well, he's showing me you with him on the floor, and your head on his chest and talking to him, okay? And again, here, your voice, Martine, was very important to Troy because I feel here, with his suffering that he had, your voice makes him he just likes to hear your voice, okay, because it's that connection with your voice makes him feel calmer. And where I want to go to the seizures here, as I'm sort of slipping from the seizure, I know he's aware of your voice, I want to say. So it was very important that he could hear your voice to help him. Now with him here, I want to say to you, this was this was obviously no one's fault. As bad genes, bad breeding is what he's saying to me, okay? But I want to say, what I want to say to you is, it feels like for him, the short time that he spent with you, he was so well cared for, and it feels like it's a short life, but he's had the quality of doing things, enjoying things, being with you. I want to say to you, and it feels with him as well that he did. It happened very quickly, not just his passing, but how this came upon him very quickly, I wanna say to you, okay? And it almost feels here, I know that nothing could be done to help him, okay, is what he's saying to me. And as much as he would love to have spent more time down here, it wasn't his time to spend more time down here. Now, it's also making me feel as I wanna go to the spirit world more with him. He's up there, and he's the first view showing me here, he's very healthy. I want to say she's very healthy. He's very well. He's very strong in the spirit world. Okay, and it's like and he likes to. What he's showing me in the spirit world. He likes to come up on his back. So he's on his back two legs. It's like I want to be dancing. So on my back two legs here and doing little tricks. Okay. Now I will say to you here what he's making me feel. Now I feel he comes to you at times in his dreams. Okay. Um, he only went with his brother. Oh, okay. Yeah, he did feel older than he was, okay. Like his body feels that much it almost feels like it's worn out is what is making me feel okay. He absolutely what he's telling me you're the best as well, the way how you catered for him and how you looked after him, okay. Now what he's feeling as well, I want to say about the connection here because the connection is very important. I'll talk to you about the connection because what I feel here with him here, I know he's almost like he's saying to me, he seems to come to you in your dreams. So if you're dreaming, you dream about him, think about him, know he's very much around you in your dream state. I also feel that he's one of those animals that as all we love all our animals. But there'll be certain animals that come into our lives that really touch part of our soul. And Troy has touched part of your soul and part in your soul and his soul, part of those are entwined and will stay that way forever. Okay. And what I want to say to you with Troy is here, whatever your beliefs may be, I would not be surprised if Troy does not come back to you another time in a reincarnation. And he's telling me to not just yet, it's too soon, he's saying to me, but when he comes back, you will know because it's to do with his eyes. There's something about his eyes. You will look into those eyes and you will know, is what he's saying to me, okay? And it just feels here, the blessings come through with how you cradled him, how you cared for him, and how you loved him, and how you shared that time together, all right? And he does connect with you, all right? And you tell me you've done everything you could have done no more, even to the food you gave him, everything. So you show me here, even trying to feed him. So he must have gone off his food a little bit as well, okay? That you've done that for him. And he's just up there full of vigor in the spirit world. And he wants me to remind you of him as that small puppy, that bundle of joy that he was, what he's showing me. Lots of love, Martine, for you and from Troy. I know Troy in the spirit world is up there, as I say, is strong, he's healthy, he's doing well. And do not be surprised if at some point in your life he reconnects with you in a physical body. May not necessarily be a dog either. Right. So, as I was saying, just speaking about reincarnation, now this is something that it may not be for everyone, but the funny thing is, one of my dogs passed very suddenly to the spirit world quite a few years ago now, and it was unexpected passing. And 7 years down the line, I got another dog. Well, amongst others along the way. But this one particular dog I got, her name is Phoebe, completely different species, different sex as well. And it was in no space of time that she was such a misbehaved puppy, and she's 3 years of age now. She's still the same now, but she's identical in her personality traits to my dog that passed the spirit world over 8 years ago. And sometimes we think to ourselves, do I want it so much that I sort of read into it? Do I want it so much? It's my imagination. And I myself question this myself. Like, do I want it to be? Am I looking for it? And then literally what happened was it was a dog called Jimmy, dog in the spirit world. He suffered with allergies to fish, funnily enough, of all things, to be fish. And my Phoebe one day literally come out in hives, and I thought, she had to eat to come out in hives. And it wasn't fish, it was something else. But I thought, for me, that really was the piece of information, the piece of the puzzle that said to me that no, I could not be imagining it. I could not be faking it, because of all the traits that my Jimmy had, she had, including the allergies as well. So now I embrace the second mischievous dog in my life, because they're always looking for trouble, which keep me on my little, and I also have a cat. I saw Anne with your Jake in spirit. Okay, Jake in spirit. Okay. Now let's go with Anne with Jake in spirit. Well, as I look into Jake now, I feel here, Jake. I just want to say I love Jake. As I look at little Jake's face, he feels such a lovely animal. I kind of he feels a very spiritual animal. And all animals are spiritual, but I feel here with Jake, he has that. He feels quite psychic himself. I want to say to you, he has a very strong knowing, is what's making me feel here. And it feels like here with Jake, when he was down here, it's almost like he very much likes structure, routine in his life. So I know it's almost like you can almost like tell the time of the day by, by what's taking place in the house, because he likes to be fed on time. Just everything's like in its place, in its place. Now he also very much here. He does like to wander and go out, as most cats do. But this, what he's saying to me here is one of those cats. He actually prefers to go out in the daylight as opposed to nighttime. And again, here with him, he doesn't like to go too far away from home. Okay, so I've just going in the backyard here, so I know he doesn't travel too far away from home. I like to go out, but I like to go out in the daylight. I don't like to go too far from home. Now, his passing here feels to be quick as well. Like I want to say, I don't feel him being ill for sort of too long, so I just feel his passes to the spirit world fairly quickly. Now, I feel here as well with him, and I know he's a cat. There's people. He likes people around him. So your cat, but I know here he's a cat that's okay with people. So I'm not saying going to go off with strangers, but some animals are not sort of what's the word? They're not so keen on people they don't know. But Jake feels quite happy with people that he don't know. When people come to the house, I'm quite happy. I like people, is what he's saying. I like engaging with people. Now, he's showing me here, and I know he likes to be close to you. So when he was here, he showed me himself here. Um, Now, what he don't like too much though, being picked up. So it's on his terms. So it might be right with you picking him up, but I know he wouldn't like two people to go down and pick him up. He prefers it all on his own terms, I want to say to you, okay? And he's also got quite a distinctive purr as he comes through. And as he with his purr here, what he's saying, I know again as he's purring to you, it's not he's actually talking to you. It's not just for the sake of purring. So he's actually saying me here, he's talking to you. And it feels like as he's and he does it a little bit for attention as well. Yeah, he loves people, and he's like whether they're people he knows or don't know, he does like people. But he's no, he's a very savvy cat as well, because he wouldn't let someone just pick him up and take him away. So that's where I think his psychic awareness comes in here, because he's very knowing and very knowledgeable. But he just likes to be around people and know people. You very much here, I want to say to you, he's showing me here you feeding him. So I know he likes his food, but I feel he's quite particular in what he's fed. And he's showing me here, as you're getting his food ready, he's showing me him being fed twice a day here, you're getting his food ready, and you're talking to him and you're telling him what he's got for his dinner, and what he's got for his dinner, and how he likes his dinner, and you're mashing it up there, he's showing me, and before you put it down on the floor for him, okay? And I feel here as well, he's got a few toys, so I know he likes toys. So cat likes a few toys here. Now what he's showing me here, there's a little like teddy type toy that he would have had that he likes to play with, and also, I mean, I know cats, they like to sort of hunt. That's their thing, predatory. But he's not a cat that he likes to watch the birds, but he's not a cat who wants to go out and get other creatures. He just likes his toys. He's telling me, I prefer my toys to play with than to play with other creatures. Now, I also know with him here, he's showing me here, I don't know, like a space he likes to be outside in, because he's showing me here. I know the particular, it looks like a garden space here. There's a tree there where I like to. I'm not in the tree. I like to be sitting on that tree. So there's a spot there he likes to be, where he's showing himself actually being there. I also know of him here. Um, when he was here, there's a window he likes to sit on. Okay, oh, yeah, he's quite fussy with his food. Yeah, he likes his food. He's showing me, but what he's showing me is, I know you're telling him what he's got. It's like, and you're mushing it all up for him as well, so he can eat his food. And again, there's those special moments. Is what he's saying to me. Okay, I know as well. Again, I don't want to be generic here, but I know there's a favourite food of his. There's something fishy that you give him, because he quite likes the smell of the fish, is what he's saying to me. Okay, where he's quite, and is also what he's showing me here. It's no good you trying to bury things in his food, other than medication or tablets, because he knows it's in there and he's not going to eat it. What he's showing me, okay, and he's he's ahead of the game there, is what he's telling me. He's actually quite a character. Now, in the spirit world up there, I want to say to you, he's important, I say to you, and that he's at peace. He lays to rest in the spirit world. He's at peace, I want to say to you, okay? And again, here with him, he gets on with other cats. So I know he's not an animal that just likes people. So there's other show me his own species around him up there in the spirit world. But also, I want to bring in Anne for you. Are you aware of a rabbit? For some reason, he's showing me a rabbit. Okay, so there's someone had a rabbit around you, but he's showing me a rabbit. And in the spirit world here, I'm at peace, he's saying to me here, and what he likes is, doesn't like to be hot, but he likes the sun on him. Okay, so I suppose on the window, I like the sun to be on me, and he's just showing me here, and I rest in peace there. And the feels here, I want to say to you, I don't know why he's showing me this, or telling me this, I should say. There's something, I don't know if a prayer was said for him, or prayers. There's something around a prayer, okay. And what I feel is this, as he's passed, or after his passing, there's a prayer that's been said for him, almost like sort of help him to transition into spirit. What I want to say to you, okay. And he transitions over there. He's saying to me, I always want to say, if like how he makes me feel, it's like, if you think of going from day to night, that's almost like I've transitioned. I've just literally transitioned, just like that, he's saying to me, and I feel no pain, and I feel there's lots of love. There's lots of love for him in the spirit world. So there's people up there who love and care for him in the spirit world. I want to say to you, okay. Again with him here, he does make me aware of road traffic. So he's not a lover of road traffic, cars. Okay, what he's, oh, well, I did tell me, he was too smart for that, he's told me. And what he's shown me is that often he'd push him at the bowl anyway. But he does it with love and laughing, I want to say, Choco, because these are the little memories that he's just making me aware of, okay. And just know he's up there, he's saying to me, and see if he comes with you now down here at times, because also what he's showing me is there's that times when he comes around your legs. I want to say to him that you can feel him around your legs, and he too, what he's saying to me is, call his name at times, call him and connect with him, because he's there to connect with you. You will feel him, and you will feel him not so much in physically, but you will feel the essence of him being around you. You will feel his love around you if you call his name. And he's doing fine in the spirit. What I want to say to you, okay. Again, also it feels here, I want to say something about a birthday. So it feels like Now, what I want to say, his passing feels to be around. There's a significant date around his passing. What is? I didn't go in. Yeah, it's just saying with the rose. I know there's a thing about the rose. I want to say to you, okay, so maybe we've. I actually feel here that it's a little bit worried about the rose. Okay, and there's also around his passing feels to be a significant date, but I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. He's saying to me, all right, and he comes through again for you and with lots of love and loves you very much. Okay, and you will be together again when the time is right. Right, look, one more step. Right, I do have my own animal communication group on Facebook, which is it's all like animal related, obviously. And what I do is now and again I go on and do a live. I try and do a live once a month where you can I can do readings for your animals. I also share insights and information in helping you to connect with your own animals and to literally maybe sort of have a practice session with yourself to connect with your animals. And you're welcome to put input of yourself in there. It's just really all animal related. And I sort of try to keep it light. I often do healing sessions for animals there. It's all free of charge. There's no money exchange for it at all. It's just really the essence of the group is for the betterment of the animals, be it in the spirit world or in, as I say, in the physical body. And it's just nice that we can have like-minded people together helping the animal kingdom out there. And often I do work mostly with domesticated pets. But having said that, I would like to work a bit more with the wild animals, but obviously there's around me at the moment, there's a lot of people here wanting to help their own animals, be it in behavior issues or be it they're unwell, be it they're in the spirit world, and sometimes lost animals. And this is always a tragic area to be looking in. Because we've lost animals, I've had some luck in finding lost animals, but lost animals are very difficult to get a lost animal because when they're lost, people don't always realise the animal's state of mind at that time of being lost as well. And also the animals, they tend to then move on very quickly. So you may locate an animal in, say, said place, and then by the time the people get there, the animal's then moved on to somewhere else. So it's quite difficult to track a lost animal. It can be done, but it takes a lot of patience and a lot of hard work on behalf of someone like myself trying to locate the location, and also their human being to hand um, in the area where the animal was lost. And pretty much, animals in my life since I was a small child. My husband, I blame him for this. He actually lost one of our dogs in the forest some years ago. She was missing for 5 days. We did get her back. So, you can get animals back. And I often say to people, the most important thing is to hold hope and faith, and just literally keep looking, keep calling, keep going, and it often very successfully you can reconnect with your animal back together. Um, so I always think that's a good thing to be looking at for yourself. And sometimes I get a question asked myself about when's a good time to call in someone like myself, a communicator. It hasn't got to be me, but someone if you're looking. And after, for me, it's that time when it's time maybe to say goodbye, because none of us want to say goodbye to our pets, and it's that time they're making that decision. Is it the right time? Is it too soon? Is it too late? And I think our own emotions can really get in the way and interfere what is right for the animal. And so there's something here that if you're sort of contemplating animal communication or connecting with someone to help you make a decision around that, that is probably when I say to you the best time to probably call someone in. Or if again lost animal, this is so it's a specialized area of animal communication. I don't do a lot of it because it takes a lot of time up, but again this is something when you're trying to connect yourself, it's your emotions. And it was difficult for me, and this is what I do, because you're so upset about the poor animal that your own mind kicks in. It's very difficult then to actually try and connect where they might be or how they may be feeling. But a piece of advice I can give you about any form of animal communication is animals are very visual. And if you can, again, telepathically, mind to mind, send your animal images of something and they know strongly, they can really help you to connect with your animal. if they're lost, or even say if the animal's in the spirit world, you want to connect them back and call them back with you, maybe like a beach memory or a forest walk memory. Use that visualization to actually to connect and draw them in and draw them close to you, because they are never really truly far away from us. Mm, okay. Right, so tomorrow it is 10 a.m. and not 10:30 a.m. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Sorry, guys. Tomorrow it is 10:30 a.m. and not 10 a.m. So please be noted. And that will be with Bree, and she will be doing past life readings. Very interesting topic. And tomorrow evening at 8 p.m., you have Bill doing a mediumship demonstration. Bill Hughes, great medium. That's 8 p.m. Okie doke. Okie doke, right, that's fine. Right, Catherine and Shadow. So happy to work with you. And what I just to say first of all is I will tap in. This is an area I work in quite a lot actually with animals that have got different problems with their digestion and different things. I always say first thing is obviously if any concerns, any health issues, any worries, take them to the vet. The first thing I say. But with that, I shall start to work with you with Shadow. Okay. Now, with shadow, I will say as I start to work with shadow, first of all, for you, Catherine, um, uh, I actually feel sickness comes up. So I just feel him, not necessarily they're being nauseous, but I do know I have this feeling of being nauseous around them. Okay. Now, I feel here as well with shadow, there feels to be, they feel very sensitive. So I know the stomach is very sensitive. Okay. Now, first, I want to say, as I look at little shadows pictures, then again, no one likes to be unwell, but some people cope better than others. Now, a little shadow, I feel really does feel um, when they're not well, they really feel it, okay, is what I wanna say to you, okay? So I know as their stomach feels upset, they start to feel, they worry, okay, a little bit worried what they're showing me. I also feel at times I wanna be a little bit thirsty with them, okay? So I know that with the food that's come in, they feel a bit thirsty. Now, first I wanna say to you, that your dog is okay, all right? So I just feel here your dog is okay. Your dog is not, he's not, ill, but there obviously are digestive problems. Now, I'm feeling here as I start to work with shadow a bit more. Um, if you're on dried food, if you're on uh, biscuit food, that doesn't feel to be working so well for them. Okay, so I'm picking up on biscuit here. Doesn't the dried food doesn't feel to working so well. I also feel there's been a number of changes trying to find the right thing that fits. Okay, for them to eat. I just know that certain things here make me feel nauseous as I eat them. I also feel a bit more as I feel into to the six with your animal here with them. Um, Let me just bear with me for a minute when I feel what is going to their stomach. They feel have you the flora also in their stomach does not feel to be correct, okay? So it feels here gut flora, and you can get stuff from the vet, Pets Are Home, they can help the flora of of shadow stomach. I feel here um, I don't know if they get many human treats here, but your dog feels better to have less is more for your dog. The more simple is kept, the more bland the food is kept, it feels better for your dog, I wanna say to you, okay? So, not too many different bits and pieces. Human food, I wanna say to you, does not feel to be very good for little Shadow here, okay? Seems to make him a bit more sick, alright? I don't know if you give them any dairy products, but dairy does not seem to be, he's almost right, okay. Right, just but I feel dairy stuff is on his but, let me just feel turn his nose up to it. Um, is it dried? Because it just feel I feel there's dried stuff here that he does not like it, all right? It's a dried food that he's struggling to eat. I would suggest you look at the flora in his stomach, how the gut flora. I would say normally some dogs are okay with using like natural live yogurt, but I feel here I don't feel the dairy would actually do him any good. I want to say, okay, so maybe get one that's more specific for a dog with a gut flora. As I feel that the gut flora here, what it feels like, Catherine, he feels to be suffering from colitis, okay, in his stomach. So I just feel here if you can keep his diet very no, yeah, no dairy because dairy is no good for him. Okay, I can feel dairy would really upset him. Okay, and he only gets addicted to mashed potato. Right, mashed potato. Let's feed into mashed potato then. Okay, because I can just feel dairy does not. Now, what I'm going to say to you with he may love his mashed potato, but I'm feeling here. Yeah, don't give him anything dairy. Dairy does not feel appropriate for a shadow. What I'm feeling with better for shadow, the vet can give you something. They also sell something in I shouldn't advertise at this place. I won't advertise, but there's certain pet stores that you can buy um, um, veterinary veterinary quality medication to help the gut flora, which I feel will be better for him. It feels his stomach feels very, like that raw, I wanna say to you, okay? Feels very like I'm gonna hear more to the colitis as how it's feeling with him. The dried food, it have you tried cooking him your own food, I'd say to you, more meat diet. The mashed potato, he may be loving it, and he's okay with the mashed potato. It'd also be okay if you included, what's making me feel here, some carrots and some vegetables, not too much green vegetables, but I'm getting carrots, I'm getting mashed potato, but it feels like the mashed potato, he's not giving him the nutrients that he needs, okay? But he's bulking him out, which is not a bad thing, all right? But it just feels he needs to have a better meat. I would suggest you try um, cooking your own meat for him. You show me mincemeat, okay, not turkey, mincemeat, because it feels here it'd be better mincemeat, not raw diet. It feels better to have a cooked diet, but use more of the bland food. He won't eat rice. Now, don't give him. I'll stick the mashed potato. Stick the mashed potato. Try some um, beef. I'll do some beef or some lamb. All right. Broccoli is okay, but broccoli you shouldn't give dogs too much broccoli. That also upsets their stomach. But I would say if you cook a little bit of broccoli in, a little bit of carrots, just a little bit of carrots in, and then literally mashed potato, bit of meat in there, but keep it simple because it just feels here the gut flora needs to be sorting out, but keep his food as simple as possible is what is making me aware. Now for treats, I don't know what's showing me here. Um, treats, treats. I don't feel it's be any good for him, I'll be honest with you, but he's just showing me. Have you given him liver? 'Cause he's just shown me liver, and I don't feel liver actually would work for him. He's just shown me liver, okay? But I would literally look into doing maybe what might help you is to see if you can find someone to maybe can help you, a pet nutritionist, like a dog nutritionist, because I feel the food that he's getting, the dried food, is not helping him. Okay, and it just feels here the gut flora. Just you need to get something, stick with it, keep it level, all the same. Is dry food does not work for him. Okay, is what it's making me feel. Mashed potato is liking it, but it's not giving him the nutrients. Is what he's needing, and he feels it weight wise. He feels slightly underweight. Is what's making me feel okay. So just be mindful of that. Got him to, yeah, I would try the gut flora. I wouldn't go with no. He likes posh treats. Again, I would read every. I'm not picking up on any allergies with him with his food, but I would read every single thing that label wise that you give him, and the more natural you can keep it, the better it will be for him. I actually do generally feel if you could find something you could cook for him. Now, there's no way I could do this myself, right? And I know, so hands up, I wouldn't be doing it, but you may, if you could, try cooking some tripe for him because I feel the tripe may actually help him. I wouldn't do it, I have to say, but you may that's quite. It's very lean. It's easy to digest. Maybe good for his stomach. But anything you knew you introduced to him, keep it small, keep it simple, but keep it literally. I would say gut flora. Keep it simple and try cooking your own food for him. I feel it would be better for him. Okay, and look at everything food wise that you give him, treat wise, anything. Read the contents, okay? Because it feels something there is not helping him as well. All right, so just read everything. And I would try cooking him your own food if time allows. I know it's not easy, and hands up, my dogs get kibble, um, but we've got to do what we can do. But I think with him, trying to cook something for him will be better for him and help him better. I hope that helps you, Catherine. I know it does stink. I totally. And hands up, I wouldn't do it. Hands up. Hands up. If my dog was ill, I would. If my dog needed it, I would do it. But, you know, it's, and you don't wanna, what I will say with a truck, you can go into, um, what do you call it? I would cook it to start off with, Catherine. I would cook it. I would go personally. I would go to the butchers. I'd buy a raw truck. I'd cook it because raw food in itself, raw meat in itself. I know the new thing to be giving animals nowadays, dogs especially. But with the raw food, if it's not done properly, it could actually give them salmonella. And so I would personally do not go the raw fruit to start off with. I would buy it from the butchers. You know, it's human quality. I would cook it and I would try him with that. And I understand it stinks, but I would seriously feel I'd give it a go with him. Bit of mashed potato in there, and a little bit of veg, and I think you'd find him would be a different dog, to be honest. So I hope that helps you. And again, if any, like me say, if you have any worries about what I've said, go to the group and message me, and I will come back to you. Okay. Right, so it's always a worry when animals are, you know, they've got health, their food issues, because allergies is like looking for a needle in a haystack with allergies with any of us. And unfortunately, we don't have the testing so much available for animals that they do for humans. And it's very difficult. And food nowadays, it can be so simple that the dogs, cats are allergic to, but it's like, and the new word now is the raw food diet, which can be very good and very beneficial, but it also has its side effects as well, and may not be good for all, what's the word, for all systems, you know, animal systems. Some systems are stronger than others, and you know, if you put an older dog, say, onto a raw food diet, you're not going to do. Are you going to do any favors? No, you're not, because it's a whole different way of digesting the food for the animal. Yes, in the wild, they will be eating their food, but we do live in, they're a domesticated animal that, you know, living in our homes, and often with the raw food diet, you then need to like just stick with raw food diet. Lots of people still give them different treats, so it really is quite a job doing the raw food diet, which is good if you've got the commitment to it, but it's not always the best interest sometimes for certain animals. Right, Tony. Tony, right. We'd love to hear from Bella. Mummy. Oh, bless you. Okay. All right. So Bella, little Bella. So we're tapping little Bella here. Now, as I tap into little Bella here, she feels very bouncy. So I'll pick up on her person as she comes through first of all. Okay, just a very bouncy, happy. She's if I look at her, she's an optimist. She's outgoing. She's happy. She's fun. She just likes to be around people and be around you. I want to say to you, okay. And she comes through here. The first thing is she makes me aware. So what if Bushy Chamois is here? I know you sort of you kiss each other basically, because you show me you're putting your faces together, and there's her nose on your nose, and you're giving each other kisses. What she's saying to me here. Now I don't know if it is what memory that she's showing me here. Um, like I've got treats. I know if I'm treating from your mouth to her mouth, she's showing me this here. So I know with her here, this connection is very, very close. I want to say to you, okay. Now she's saying to me here, she's first thing will say, I am okay in the spirit world, all right? I'm okay in the spirit world. I know up there she's making me aware, Tony, there feels to be a man around her in the spirit world that she would have known from down here that is in the spirit world with her as well, okay? Because it shows me there's a man up there that she feels very comfortable with in the spirit world, is what she's saying to me, okay? Now, she very much here, she likes to be, she showed me her, I feel she's got like more than one doggy bed is what she's showing me here, because I know there's a particular bed she likes to lay on, where she's in amongst everything the family taking place, okay, is what she's showing me here. And with her, she does very much here, she likes her food, and she's showing me how gently she takes her food. This is not a dog who would snatch your fingers and take off your finger at the same time. She takes her food very gently, is what she's saying to me, okay? Now oh, Tiny, oh, okay, right, Tiny, this is Tiny, this was here, okay, Bella. There's Bella, I'm picking up on, okay, so Bella in the spirit I'm picking up on, not Tiny, okay, so just bear with me, sorry for that, just Bella I'm working with at the moment, okay. Now Bella, she's showing me here, as she's, now Bella, I feel here, I don't know if you've done some training with Bella, because it's almost like here she's showing me here how she likes to sit, and then she's lying down. It's almost like, but not because I'm lying down, just because I'm lying down. It's almost like I want to be doing some sort of training, some fun, some exercises. Because I know she, again here, she was very she's very a clever dog, I want to say. She's sharp dog. She likes to be doing things and just be active, is what she's saying me around me. Okay. Now again with her, when she comes to me sort of close to your face, so I know here before you know, she was in the physical body here, she actually does show me herself with you kissing her on her nose. Okay. It also feels with her here. Let me feel here. She feels very much, I want to say, missed down here. So I know it's again her, even though she's in the spirit world, I know she spoke about a lot down here. She feels still very much here, missed down here. There feels to be, I want to say to you, what she's showing me is like there's a spot where she, again in the garden here, where she sits, where she, sometimes you look at and you almost like see her out there at times. Sometimes what she's saying to me, okay, it's almost like you sort of see her in your corner of your eye, and she's like, you know, I am still around you, okay. Now she likes music. So I don't know if you, again, you play music here with her, but she likes to hear music. So she gives me this bit of music being around her, okay, and just like having fun. She also likes she showed me here. She brings me a toy, and she's got one of those squiggly type toys that's like not a lot of stuff inside it. I like to have a toy. I'm bringing it to you. I'm bringing you to play with me, okay. Also, she brings a ball in with me, okay. That's what she's showing to me here. Now, as I look down here, tiny, tiny, tiny. Now, tiny. Tiny still misses her, okay? Tiny still misses her. So I'm looking at little Tiny here. Tiny still misses her. Now, am I correct here? It feels like sometimes Tiny still looks for her sister. So I was just like just looking around for her. It feels here again. It feels a little while that Bella's been in the spirit world now, but I just saw here with Tiny showing me she still very much misses her sister. Okay. Now you also, she showed me, Tony, that you talk, when you talk with Tiny and you talk about Bella. So again, it's like you're having a conversation with Tiny, that you're talking to her about Bella. It's what she's making me feel. Okay. Now I've got a feeling here with Tiny. Now Tiny does like, she enjoys going out for her walks, I want to say to her, okay? And what she's asking me is here, I don't know if you've changed your walk or changed what you're doing on the exercise point of view. It's almost like there feels to be her, something's lacking a little bit within her routine of exercise, of going out, I feel here. It's because she hasn't got Bella with her, but there's something around her here. Would you also know, I mean, if she's also another dog that she's missing as well, because it feels here the dynamics around the dogs around her seem to have changed, not just with Bella as well. Okay, now Tiny is doing okay. She said to me, "I'm doing okay," but I just feel here she does feel to me so she wants to go out a bit more. Okay, because when I go out, she enjoys it. She feels happy. So I just feel here with Tony. She also feels a little bit frightened to be away from you for too long. So, and I'm saying you leave her, but I just feel this anxiety comes up about her being left and being on her own too long. Because I feel here, what she's showing me is she settles down okay, but when she knows you're going out, she's going to be left, she gets a bit anxious, I want to say, okay, around anxiety coming around her. And I feel here, and she knows you're coming back and she knows your routine very well, but there's this just fears here. She doesn't like being on her own, all right? She just feels this anxiety comes in around her. She's also shown me here that when you're going out, you're talking to her, you're telling her where you're going, okay? And she likes the fact you do that, all right? So she says, now she doesn't like being on her own when it's dark. Okay, so if you have to, so I know it gets dark, it's getting nights are getting a bit lighter now they are, but she doesn't like being on her own in the dark. Okay, so if you have to go out of the night time, can you leave the light on for her? She just doesn't like it to be in the dark. She feels very alone if the light's not on. She's fine. She's telling me she does miss her sister. She's fine. What is good though is that she's Bella is still very much spoken about. Very much, you know, it feels like she's still part of your life down here. Okay, but I just feel here again. Look at Tanya again here. It's almost like she's needing reassurance a lot, and even she sits near you, she's close to you. She likes you to have your hand on her, and it's not because she's being attention seeking or being. She just, it's reassurance. So she's very much at the moment needing reassurance, reassurance, reassurance. But she feels happier she feels better in herself when she's actually going out for when she's outside exercising. So once I go out and exercise, I'm enjoying it. I come home and then I sort of then she starts to feel a little bit worried about where you're going, where mum's going. Am I going to be all right? And she's fine, all right. She's fine. But like Tiny is fine, but she has got a little bit of separation anxiety going on. She worries about you when you've gone out. She's not so bad, but it's the thought of you going out and leaving her. She does worry. Okay, and also one other thing she's just giving me, she doesn't like going in the car journeys too long a car journey. So I don't know if she's got to go on a longish car journey. If she has to go on a long and no, she seems to feel sometimes a bit nauseous in the because I feel a bit the car journey, and I feel that where a little bit of nauseous comes in. She's not being sick, but it feels more like apprehension, anxiety, not sure where I'm going. All right. So if she has to go on to a longish, and I thought it's like hourish car journey, if you can stop it would be better for her. She needs to also have the window open in the car, all right, and a little bit of air coming in for her because it's just that long journey just makes her feel more anxious. But she's okay, all right, and just literally, she wants you to put her hand on her when she's sitting next to you. That's all she's asking for. So she's not asking for too much. I will say to her, okay, bless her, and she's fine. Okay, she's doing okay here. She's like you. She's adjusting to the fact that Bella's over. Bella is up there. Let's just say Bella's up there. She's doing good. Okay. So I hope, yeah, Bella, she's she's um, she's okay. All right. Okay. All right. Lots of love to you. Thank you. I'll do one more. I'll have a quick stick with me. I'm thankfully my throat's lasted out. 24. 4. So, been lovely being here this evening, guys, working with you, connecting with your animals. And so I do have a group on Facebook, Anita Denise Animal Communication, and it purely is all regarding animal communication, animal information. I do a live once a month where I do what I'm doing here this evening. I also put healing events in there that take place and often offer healing for your animals. Also, if you're interested in learning a bit more about animal communication yourself, there are tips and guidelines in there where you can come on board and try things out. And it's a very supportive group, and it is completely free of charge. There's no charges towards it. It's just really to sort of get spread the word and knowledge of the animal kingdom and how we best as animal lovers can help and support our own animals, and also hopefully better educate people who are not so aware of the needs of the animal world. Okay, so you're welcome to come over and join me. And so it's a very supportive group, and I just sort of put different bits in there, even like cartoon jokes. If you're an animal lover, you'll get some of the cartoon things that I put in there, and different information about the domestic and the wildlife as well. Right, so oh, what a beautiful demon dog, beautiful, very lovely. Right, in, American Annie's one oh, bless him. What life, alright, let's have a look. Now, as I look at American Bulldog, um, there's only one, yeah. Right, I'm just having a look at his little face. Now, here, I have to say to you, as I look and I love American Bulldogs, I will say to you, and I know people, unless they probably, they probably see you coming and probably walk the other direction. But I feel people just don't understand these animals. And I look at a little demon here, and I have to say, your boy completely, because he seems an absolutely gentle giant. I want to say to you, okay, he is one of those animals that has got such a soft soul and such a soft spirit. I want to say to you here, he just one of those animals. I just feel he wants to nurture, wants to look after, wants to do, wants to be, and I would imagine here, I'm gonna be honest, I say I'm getting one thing, that he probably out there walking, minding he's telling me, minding my own business, and it's all the oh, well, little dogs. The little dogs come over and they have a go at him, and he's very dignified, right? He's very dignified, okay? And I'm just saying to him here, and so right, quite rightly he do. I can see he's just a gentle, gentle soul, gentle boy, and he was telling me he will always stay that way. I want to say to you, okay? Now he too loves he don't like the cold weather. He's making me aware of. Okay, so again here with him, I know he's a big boy, but don't like the cold weather. I don't think he's got a coat. He's not showing me a coat being on him, but what he's actually showing me is as well. Even as the power that he has, he's actually making me aware and feel he's not aware of the power he even has. That's how gentle that he is. Okay, because as you walk him on his leash and his lead here, he doesn't even pull you on the stage. Okay, just so happy to be and to do. He actually again he likes to be he's at his happiest when he's with you sitting there. Now he's showing me here on that chair that he's got in. That is his favourite spot. He's telling me that chair. He does like that's his favourite spot. Now what I want to say to you is Heidi. Now he feels well. He feels healthy. But I do know here that sometimes he feels a bit stiff, achy as I come down his spine. Okay, so down the lower part of his spine, you want to come down to his hip area. Do you ever give him a little massage? Because he would quite like a little massage around his top of his spine, bottom part of his spine there, as you come down and onto his hips here. He feels here sometimes he feels get a bit tight in his muscles. I want to say to you, okay. So if you can do a bit of massage for him, that'd be really, really great for him. Is what he's saying to me, okay. It also, I know he's got a short coat here, but he does love to be. He's showing me you brushing with there was a special comb, like a curry comb you have for him as you groom him and brushing. He very much here enjoys being brushed. I want to say to you, no, he's getting he's not like cold, right? He's just telling me it's not like cold. I know he's not got a cold, but he does feel the cold. Okay. He also likes to be groomed, all right? So just show me here being groomed, being brushed. It makes him feel good, I want to say to you, okay? I know he likes it's his favourite, he's told me here, because as he sits there, he can see all what's going on. Now, with regards to his legs, I want to say to you here, and he's getting older, there's nothing, he's a big boy, he's a heavy boy. And what he's showing me is as he sort of tends to lie down and he's getting up again, he's getting a little bit stiff, all right? And something to be overcautious about, but it feels here, what it's showing me, do you have a heat pad for him, a heat blanket? It's just showing me like the warmth around his back legs. But if you could get a bit of massage in here, and it hasn't got to be professionally done, because he does quite like being a bit of massage around what it's actually showing me, okay? And so give him a bit of massage around his back legs, because that will help him to feel a bit better, a bit more just relaxed is what he's saying to me, okay? A bit more easier, because it just feels like that. Now, what he's showing me is as well, and I don't know if you've got this at home, he's beginning to struggle a little bit with what I say slippery floors are. If you've got like wooden floors, tiled floors, any floors like that, he's beginning to struggle a little bit with where there's his contact with his feet with the floor. It feels a bit slippery and slidey away, okay? So I know he's very much aware of that, because he feels here as I'm walking on, it feels like I'm walking on glass, on like sheet of ice as I go across it. And also he's asked me to be mindful as he's coming, not upstairs. If you come down his steps, he's like be mindful, because he's getting his back legs here. He's such a big boy. He feels like sometimes his coordination's not always quite right. So just allow him to take time to come down certain steps as he comes down. He's very what he's saying to me is, he likes to go out for his, yeah. Be careful, because that is beginning to be a bit of a bother for him. Okay, so if you can, you can't stop him running, but try and slow him down, because what he's showing me. Oh wow, 13, that's amazing. You're doing well here, right? But I just know here they're struggling on those slidier floors, okay? And I'm looking at his nails to see if his nails need cutting, and he doesn't need his nails to be cutting. All right, I know they're adequate, but just be mindful here, because it just feels, it gets that thing to want to go, and it's almost like what he's showing me is he starts to move, and he's moved, and it's like, oh, and he can't stop. All right, so just be mindful, because it's beginning to be a bit painful for him. So if you can slow him down just on that bit, slow him down, and be mindful coming down the steps. But what he's making me feel, he's happy as long as he's with you. And when I say that, that means he's not that bothered if you don't go out for a walk or not. So he's happy to go and plod out for a walk. He likes being in the car, but he's not that bothered about going for walks, particularly too far on the stage. Okay, so as long as I'm at home, I'm in the warm. He's more than happy. He is a beautiful boy. I want to say, Church, and he's a treasure to you, and he's an absolute darling. I have to say, I look at his little face, and he's lovely, and it feels like here he's still with you for some time yet as well. Okay, but just be mindful, he is just slowing down slightly. You need to help him to slow down slightly because his brain is still that of a 3-year-old. All right, bless him. Whereas his body is that of an older dog. All right, but he's not bothered about not going out for a walk. Okay, all right. So Heidi, don't feel guilty because he's not going out for a walk. He's just saying to me he's not that bothered. Sometimes on a nice day, stretch the legs. Okay, do you know what I mean? Stretch your legs, cock my leg, come back in. He's quite happy. He's as happy as he is what he's saying to me, okay? So Heidi, thank you for sharing your beautiful Troy, your beautiful boy there with me, okay? Demon dog, he's beautiful. And I'd like to say thanks to all of you actually for sharing your animals with me tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching and just thank you for sharing your pets with me. And they're all loved, and it's just nice to share our passion of our animals with each other. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. It's been a lovely evening. Thank you, Leela. Thank you for joining us. Hope you'll be back. Thank you, Mary, for your comments. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Good luck with the tripe. I know I don't envy you, I have to say. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much for your kind words. Thank you, Natalie. It's been a lovely evening for myself as well. I'm thankful my throat's last. I've got an awful cough all week. So thank you, Alison. Right. Well, thank you for joining me this evening and let me talk with your animals. It's been a lovely evening and I wish you and your animals well. Take care. Bye bye.